Cool, guys, how we doing? Welcome to show 345. Today we're going to talk about managing time, the problems that we have while we don't manage time, some considerations, and then hopefully some solutions for you to go away, work on, think about, etc. So if you excuse me, if you are coming through, then please do let me know by hitting the love heart button that's here. Please comment down below your number one struggle with time management. Okay, so your number one struggle with time management, I want you to put it with no more than a sentence in the comments below, and then please share this with somebody that you feel that might need it. All right, guys, so welcome. If you're just joining us, we're going to talk about managing time. This is show 345. If you are wanting to do some training on this, on Sunday morning I'm running a free online workshop, okay, 8 o'clock Sunday morning, about 40 minutes, 4 steps to be able to lead yourself into next year. Well worth doing, especially if you're not a member of ours. I think you get a lot from it. Anyway, I think you get a lot from this as well. So let's get into it. All right, let's get started. So one of the things that I never realised until a few years ago was just how important time was. And I think we underestimate it because we feel like we've got an abundance of it, right? So we live each day of our lives going through thinking, oh, God, I'm only 40, I've probably got another 30 years or I've got another... But when you really, like, I'm a bit obsessive with it, when you really dive deep into the time that we have left, we don't have many, right? We don't have many years left, really, in the bigger picture, especially when we want to fulfill so much within our lives. And my relationship with time has always been one of quite obsessive, of an obsessive nature, and I think that comes from the military. Timings, being on time, being punctual, those type of things have really had a massive effect on the way that I show up for time. And I feel like we should be valuing time as much as we value money, okay? Because money, oh, this torch is doing my head in. Money comes and it goes, we can lose it, we can make it. It's kind of going round in this cycle, in this loop. But time we never get back when we waste or we lose. Like today, we will never get an opportunity like today, because it's the only day it's ever going to be this day, right? And that's one more day we are closer to getting to the end. You know, as depressing as that sounds, we have to have that harsh reality that this is only the one life that we get in. And it's a bit cliche saying that, one life, live it and all of that jargon. But it's so true, right? It's really true. So we've got to really have a close relationship with how we manage time, so that actually we can make the most of it, like we make the most of our money, right? So the problems here, these are a couple of reasons from guys that I've kind of interviewed or spoken to, from my one-on-one clients to other people, and these are the key things. These are the key 4. Okay, number 1 is being consumed by Groundhog Day. That's my own one, based on my own observations. Is I see men and I see women like completely and utterly consumed in Groundhog Day mentality, which means they're just going through like a zombie through life, just getting up, just going to work, just coming back, just going to bed, getting up, doing the same thing, right? So nothing happens, and you set yourself on a spiral of going downhill. Do you resonate with that? Can that make sense to you? A lot of people don't know how to go about it. So when a lot of people join our program, they don't know necessarily how to manage their time, okay? Which is fair enough. Like, you know, there are certain structures, routines and systems that you can put into play to manage your time. It's all well and good saying, yeah, I want to manage my time better, or I'm going to manage my time better, but actually I don't know how to do it well enough to stay sustainable. And when we slip, we don't know how to bring ourselves back. And that's the idea of all of our courses, right? The idea of our courses is to educate men to bring themselves back, to rectify their issues, to rectify their time discrepancies, if you like, and where they're going wrong with their time, where they're spending the wrong time, how to improve their time on the planet. Okay. This is a good one. Don't have time to manage time. Okay. And when he said that, we couldn't stop laughing. Don't have time to manage time. And obviously you do, but in your mind everything's so fast and everything's so quick that you're trying to find that time to sit down and go, how do I plan that time? Because I don't have time to plan the time, which is mental, which is funny. And the other one is, a lot of people just don't take action. People just go like, I know I've got to improve my time. I know that I've got to find time to go to the gym. I know I've got to find time for myself, for my wife, all of that good jazz, right? All of that stuff. But what ends up happening is nothing. Okay, nothing happens with that time. All right, so these are some considerations I want you to think about before we go into the solutions and how to manage time. All right, and I think one of the key principles here is to understand that you can't change everything about managing your time all at once. Okay, so if you're in a situation where you feel, man, my time is not being managed well, I am not somebody that's good with their time, what I wouldn't expect you to do is completely change it all. Okay, we have to put into perspective the task ahead of us in terms of planning our immediate time, planning our midterm time, and then planning our long-term future time. All right, so there's three different categories. There's in the moment, there's midterm, and then there's long-term. And until you can get in the moment right, you can't really go off it further until you've conditioned yourself a little bit better, right? It's like trying to deadlift 200 kilograms and you've only just started in the gym. All right, if that makes sense. Okay, so knowing what the 1% wins are. Okay, knowing what the 1% wins are. So this is what's really important, is that if we reverse engineer the journey right back to maybe where you are right now, I know some of you are on my programs, some of you aren't, but you have to understand the element of what is a 1% win. So if you are just starting to manage your time, you've got to understand that actually, man, if you managed your day really, really well, or you managed your morning, that's a good 1% win start. Okay, so if you decided, right, I'm going to start by managing my time between the time I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to midday, that's what I'm going to focus on for the next 5 days, I'm going to really work and control that time, then that's a 1% win. Okay, and that's a great example of, I've put here, build your skills like a pyramid. Okay, we start at that level. Okay, starting at that level, manage your mornings, manage the period of time that you get up and you focus on yourself. Okay, cool, got that squared away. Right, let's manage now the morning routine and now your early morning at work. So, learning about what is your priority at work or business, knowing what your priority is between 9 and 12. Okay, and then we start building up to managing the day. Great, we've managed the day, we've managed our time efficiently. So then let's start managing the week efficiently. Let's start then managing the month efficiently. So again, it's conditioning. It's practicing what you preach. It's building up to the 200 kilogram deadlift, right? So you start with a bar on the first week. Second week, we maybe add 10s on. Third week, we maybe add 20s on. Fourth week, we maybe add like 40s on. Well, by the end of the month, man, we're deadlifting 60 kilograms, for example. Just for example. And then we think, right, okay, so the midterm planning on my time is about, all right, by the end of 3 months, I'm going to build up to 200 kilograms. So now we've become more conditioned and we can do that with our time. So once we're nailing our days and our weeks, we can turn around and go, right, I'm going to plan my quarter. Okay, bang, right, let's plan these next 12 weeks. Because if I said to you, right, go away and plan your quarter now, you wouldn't be conditioned to. You would have no idea how to do that. Some of you might. Some of you think you might, but there's planning it and then there's action in it. So you've got to be able to use that time wisely and efficiently to hit the goals, right? All right, so here's some solutions how you can, there's five here. So here's some solutions for you, if you like, about how to go about planning out your day and your life and managing your time without going into detail. This is a full day seminar, guys. All right, so I'm just giving you some tips here. Block out your day like a school timetable. All right, so what I do is I'm in my morning routine block that goes from 4:15 to 7 o'clock. Then I go from the family block, which is between 7 and 8:30. Then I go to the personal spot, which is from 8:30 to 11, which is either golf or jiu-jitsu. Then from 11 right through to 3 is the work block. Okay. Then from 3 to 4 is the school run block. From 4 to 5 is the wrap up, close down block. And then from 5 o'clock-ish onwards is family block. So boom, 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 boom. There's the management of my time right there, okay? So in and amongst that, you work out your micro levels, what you're trying to achieve when you're going to the gym, how you've been a father, how you're dedicating time to your family. What are the key priorities in your day? So for me, the key priority is the morning routine. Because without the morning routine, this doesn't get conditioned or woken up in the right mood or the right place. And I need to make sure I'm in top form for all of my clients, for all of my family, for my own health and sanity, right? So this is what I do in this morning. So this is priority. Then I look at my priorities in my work. What are my priorities in my job for today? There's not 10 things, there's just one. There's one key priority, then one secondary, okay, so for today. And that's about achieving what I need to achieve for the end of the week, okay, to achieve for the end of the 28 days, to achieve for the end of 12 weeks. I'm well conditioned at this, so I know what the plan is and what we're working to, okay? So understand your priorities. If you're going to the gym and you write down you're going to go to the gym, man, you go to the gym. Okay, that's how you manage your time. You've managed that block in to go, so why wouldn't you go? Okay, set weekly goals, or the weekly, daily goals to start. So I've already mentioned that. Just do one per pillar: health, relationships, personal development, and business. So one per pillar. So what's the one thing I want to achieve this week in my health, in my PD, in my business, in my relationship? So that you've got something to work on, right? It doesn't have to be mega detailed, but know that your time is going to something. Know that your time is being accountable to achieve something rather than just going round and round in circles and it never getting anywhere. Okay, spend 5 minutes at the end of each day. You could do that while you're having a dump. Okay, where did my time go wrong? Where did it go wrong? Learn from that. Okay, that's how we get better, by reviewing, right? Football teams do it, cricket teams do it, tennis players do it. They review their performance. Review your own performance in your day and go, this is where my day unhinged. This is where my plan went to shot. Okay, keeping it focused, keeping your review focused, improving your systems, improving your routine, improving you, leading you. And the last one is treat time like an asset, because it is an asset. Because the thing is, when our time does run out, nothing else matters. So you've got to make the most of your time moving forward. You've got to lead yourself, okay? Hopefully some of those are nuggets for you. Come and join us on the training on Sunday. We'll be going into a little bit more depth about this. 4 key steps, okay, to leading yourself into next year. Number 1, lead you, your non-negotiables, your surroundings, okay, and then your outcomes. All right, so I see you there on Sunday if you're there. If not, I'll see you Friday for the Rise to Thrive show. What I would love is your number 1 takeaway, from this show. Stick it in the comments below. I'd love to know what they are.